According to the available information of the Central Intelligence Agency of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin has ordered the preparation of a terrorist attack at Chornobyl nuclear power plant. The Russian-controlled Chornobyl NPP plans to create a man-made catastrophe, and the occupiers will try to shift responsibility for it to Ukraine. Currently, Chernobyl nuclear power plant is completely disconnected from the monitoring systems of the International Atomic Energy Agency. The station is de-energized. The service life of the available diesel generators is designed for 48 hours of maintenance of safety systems. The occupiers refused to grant access to the station to Ukrainian repairmen. Instead, so-called Belarusian specialists went there on the instructions of Alexander Lukashenko. In the evening of March the 10th in Kharkiv, the occupiers fired on Kharkiv Institute of Physics and Technology, where the neutron source nuclear subcritical installation is located. The installation is temporarily de-energized, as stated by Oleg Senegubov, the head of the regional military administration. According to him, there are no threats to the civilian population from its shelling. Prior to the Russian aggression, the neutron source nuclear installation was at the stage of physical startup, during which the active zone was loaded with fresh nuclear fuel. The Russian military fired on Oskil psychoneurological boarding school in Kharkiv region. At the moment of the shelling, there were 330 patients and 30 sheltered workers. No one was killed or injured. The explosion destroyed the building on the second and third floors.
At the moment of the destruction by the enemy, there were 330 people in the boarding school. 50 of them were immobile and 10 were in wheelchairs. This is a war crime against civilians, genocide of the Ukrainian nation.
The Russian occupiers launched a missile strike on March the 11th in the village of Baryshivka in Kyiv region. As a result, at least 6 people were injured. Rescuers are working at the bombing site.
There are many destroyed houses. We are now investigating what kind of missile was used for the strike.
2.5 million people have already left Ukraine, fleeing the war since the start of a full-scale Russian invasion. This was announced on Twitter by the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi. He wrote, "The number of refugees from Ukraine, tragically, has reached today 2.5 million. We also estimate that about 2 million people are displaced inside Ukraine, millions forced to leave their homes by this senseless war." A woman who had been bombed at a maternity hospital in Mariupol gave birth to a child on March the 10th. Photos with Mariana after the shooting became known around the world. Yesterday, she gave birth to a baby girl. Mother and child are fine.